familia, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I don't know why I did that. Today we're doing Pan Those Eyeshadows update 10, I think it is. So as you guys know, this project pan is coming to an end, but I will be bringing this back next year. So I believe next month will be my last update and then the finale, you guys, and then I'll start it all over again. So I'm very excited. This by far has been my best month as far as hitting a lot of my goals. So you guys prep yourselves. We may have a full spread of new stuff. Forewarning you guys, but we're gonna get into it. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alejandra. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash by Japan. That is something that interests you. Subscribe. Join us. And now without further ado, let's get on with this update. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Because I'm looking down all these and yeah, we're gonna get on to it, alright? So let's start off with the first one, which was my single. This was the Cargo Windsor single. This was put in last month. This is a boring old cream shadow. When I brought it in, it was completely brand new, never been touched, never been swatched, and now you guys, I have used it 20 times. I had mentioned to you guys in the past that I was absolutely not going to hit pan on this. This has 3.5 grams of product. This will take me all year to use up, even hit pan probably 6 months. So I wasn't going to hit pan on it, and I knew that, but I wanted to at least use it 20 times. It was super easy to use it 20 times. I used it every single time I did my makeup. This past week was the only week I did not use it on my eyes because I already had met my goal. I'm using something else. So this is gonna be rolled out. So my single will be rolled out of this project pan and we're gonna roll in a new one. Now let's move on to my Too Faced Balm Springs palette. This is that dark chocolate brown. This is the second round this has been in there. And I had mentioned to you guys there was no way I was gonna hit pan on this sucker. Here's another one I wasn't gonna hit pan on. You guys, I've used it 20 times. And it doesn't even look like I've put a dent in it. It barely looks like I've grazed in the shadow, and that's the end of that. This matte is super dense and so pigmented, it's ridiculous. I use this in so many ways. I used it under my lash line most of the time. I used it as a wing liner. I used it as an actual smudging outliner. I used it as an outer V. I even used this as a smoky eye look. I mean, I used it every which way possible, and I didn't make a dent in this sucker. I didn't expect to make a dent in the sucker, but I'm rolling it out because I've hit it 20 times. I've used it 20 times and it looks exactly like the rest of the shadows. Still looking brand new. Our next one is the Give Me Glow Extra Spicy. So this one was rolled in last month and I did not expect to get as much use out of it as far as usage on it. This was brand new, basically. I've only used it like a handful of times for review purposes, using it up, but more so just to test it out. I didn't really like concentrate on any of these shadows in here. And now, as you guys can see, I have a nice dip going in the center of the actual shadow. I mainly use this shadow as an inner corner highlighting. It's beautiful. I have it on today as inner corner highlight. It's so pretty. I also really like it as a topper. It works best as a topper for me. I graze a little bit of it on a brush and then I just put it on top of any shadow that I want to have some sort of like dimension to it, or glitter, or some sort of shine, a glisten to my eyelids. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I put this and I graze it over any color eyeshadow that I have, matte or shimmery, and it does give it an extra oomph to my shadows. So this is very nice and versatile. As flaky as it is, it does look really nice, and I love it as an inner corner highlight. I have used this 11 times, so I only have 9 more times to use, and I should be able to roll this out next month. I don't know if I'm gonna hit pan. I might hit pan. I don't know how deep these are, but I might hit pan on it. If not, 9 more times and I'm satisfied. It does look like I have used it, so that's my whole point of this. So this one's still staying in here. Let's move on to my Violet Voss Holy Grail. This was the second month this was in here as well. In the last update, you guys can see that I had a nice dip and I had told you guys that I probably would hit pan on it. I could tell that this was a very soft formula and the pans are very shallow. And now when you guys see it, there is a beautiful pan going on right there. This did not take that much longer to hit pan on. Beautiful shadow. I liked it more working with other colors as a topper, as a assistant, I guess, a companion shade. So that's how I ended up using this shadow. It's very pretty. I expected a little bit more out of it, like more duochrome, but I think it's because shadows have transitioned and evolved a lot more saturated in color, saturated in pigment, saturated in the glowiness of it, and especially duochromes, that I felt like this was a little bit lackluster, but it still worked beautifully on the lid. So I'm not complaining, because I do like subtle eyeshadows just as much as I like my bright and bold out there, because there is a place and a time for everything. Last but not least is my Mar palette. Now, as you guys can see from my last update, I had a nice dip in here. I hadn't used it that much, but I found out real quick that this shadow wasn't that hard to actually hit pan on. And as you guys can see now, I have a beautiful dip there. That is so beautiful. Look at that pan. It's shining in your face. All right, you guys, so let's talk about this one. I have heard so much about ColourPop eyeshadows, so I really and truly wasn't thinking that I would hit pan on this at all. At all. But here we are. We have hit pan on this sucker. Now this, let me see. I forgot to even tell you guys how much times I used everything. This I only used about 10 times. This shadow at least was super crumbly. Very crumbly, and that's the main reason why I hit pan on it. Because it was a shimmery shadow, and maybe because of the actual shade, I didn't have to use it that much. I didn't have to do anything to it. I grazed my brush in there and I felt like a lot of pickup came up. So for that, that's the reason why I hit pan on this one. Not so much because I was digging in there. I really didn't. I was very gentle with it, and just a lot of product came up every time. So I tried to use as best as I could with all of it, but I did hit pan on it. It's very pretty, and I did like this as a liner, and I loved it as a lower lash line. So this also will be rolling out. And just so you guys know, I used this one 13 times, this one 10 times, 20 times, and 20 times. And then my Give Me Glow, you guys heard, I've so far used this 11 times. That's where we stand right now with all these eyeshadows. All right, you guys, so we are gonna end up rolling in 3 new palettes, because these are gonna be rolled out, and a single. So we only have the extra spicy in here. Now keep in mind, I only have 2 months left. The most damage that I'll do is get 20 uses out of my eyeshadows. I don't know whatever I roll in if I will be able to hit pan on it. I am trying to not stress about it or overwhelm myself with it. If I hit either one of these 2 goals, I'm good. If not, that's okay. We're at the end of the year. I've done really good all year long. That doesn't mean I'm going to slack off, but I just want to give you guys a heads up because I'm a little nervous that I'm actually going to roll in 4 new shadows this time, and we're at the end, so I don't know what's gonna happen. So before I go ahead and pick everything out, let's see all the previous combinations of shadows that I have been able to work on this year. Okay, so you guys ready to pick these new shadows up? So let's start out with the singles. So as you guys know, with singles, I do single compact singles or those in Z palettes. So I already put in how many we have. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we get. Number 96. So let's see what number 96. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one. It is an Urban Decay single. So we're going to pull that out. So I'll pull that one out. And now, okay, so now let's go on to the actual palettes themselves. So I'm going to pull out 3. So let's pull out 3 numbers. 69. 445. $3.55. All right, let's see what we got here because, okay, it's a Coastal Scents palette, so that's not too bad. Okay, and I don't think I've ever used this one, so this will be exciting. And you guys know we'll randomize the actual shadows themselves. Then we have Fall 45. Oh, we have Smashbox Ablaze palette. Okay, that's a nice Thanksgiving-y kind of palette. All right, and that's brand new too. $3.55 is our last one. $3.55. Oh. It is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette, which I have yet to use too, which is perfect. I love when I get brand new palettes because it makes me use them. All right, so I'm going to pull all this stuff out and then we'll go back and we'll pick the actual shadow that I will be panning. Alrighty, folks, so for my single, we got this Urban Decay single in Lounge, you guys. This is super pretty. Look at this. I've probably used this a handful of times and that's the end of that. So this is super, super pretty. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I am excited about this one. Super excited about this one because this is more like green tone than anything. I really like that. So here is the Ghost Pepper from Give Me Glow, which is still in the running. And then we have Lounge, 20 uses or pan. And that is so pretty. Look at that. Oh, yes. Now let's go on to this one. This is the Creative Me 2 palette. So this is what this looks like, you guys. We are going to randomize what shadow I will be panning. There are 12 of them. So let's do this 1 through 12. Here we go. Number 5. You guys know I go across, so 4, 5, which is Silver Lilac. And I do have that one in other palettes. So it's really pretty and it's perfect for this time of year. There's that one right there. That's pretty. I don't know if I'll hit pan on that one, but we gonna try. We gonna try. Next up is my Smashbox Ablaze. Yep. Brand spanking new, folks, because I suck as a human being. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shadows. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 6. Okay. So we're going to count together. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is this orange. Ooh, that feels real good. Okay. Wow, that's really pretty. Orange. So here we go. That is so far our color story. I wish I would have got that color story during the summer. Last but not least is the Jaclyn Hill Dark Matters. Woo! There goes that stuff. So here's what this one looks like, never touched. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 shadows. Here we go. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shocker. Why do I always get this? I would have loved this one. Nope, I got this one. Busted. Perfect. Perfect name. So this is what this one looks like right here. What the fudge, man. So here is our color story. I am not mad at it. I am actually liking this. So I could kind of see myself pairing Lounge with Busted. This color right here in the Ablaze palette with Ghost Pepper. And then maybe even working these two together if I wanted to. So here we go, you guys. This is what we're working with. This is probably going to be my color story for most of the rest of the year, with the exception of probably Ghost Pepper. That'll probably be rolled out next month. And then you'll probably see these just lingering in here. Not bad. All right, you guys, I can do this. I can handle this. We got this. So far, I don't know how many months I finally get a colorful one. I finally get something that's bright and colorful to play with. So this is what I'm going to be working with this following month and probably into the end of the year, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was a nice refresh, to be honest with you guys. I haven't had a full refresh like this since the beginning, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm going to play with basically 3 new things. Like, oh no, yeah, 3. Exactly 3 new palettes that I've never touched before. So this is why I like this, because I get to play around with things. So this is very, very exciting for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put my videos right over here for your enjoyment. Until then, bye guys.